Hello, my name is Brandon Bennett. I'm 34 years old, and I am bound and determined to gain my undergraduate degree in business by the age of 36. Again, my name is Brandon Bennett. I'm from the Des Moines, Iowa area. I always knew that I would finish my bachelor's degree in 4 terms. I just never realized it would be Bush, Obama, Obama, Trump. That's a terrible joke, but there it is. Uh, I'm 34 years old. I'm a vice president of commercial lending in Des Moines. I'm a very proud of accomplishing what I have without a college degree. Uh, my college path has been almost a non-conventional one due to a loss of my family, 2 back surgeries. Uh, the plans of graduating the conventional way were derailed. Um, I'm now married and plan to have kids soon. I probably don't need a college degree given my experience and tenure in the financial field to be successful. However, I want to be an example to my future children so they know that education is absolutely important. Uh, I've had the opportunity to build a nice career uh, within the banking sector here in Des Moines. I've worked everything from a personal banker, assistant manager, branch manager, and now a commercial lender for 3 different banks now. I've always been a hard worker. My mentality was that I had to outwork the person with a degree. Um, I never wanted to lose that chip on my shoulder. I originally went to school for commercial art and graphic design. Uh, my During that year of my second year of college at a community college here in town, my parents had gone through a divorce. Uh, my mother was handicapped, so I got out of school and became the primary caretaker and primary source of income for my family. It didn't help that it was also 2008, where no one was hiring graphic designers, even if I would have graduated. I worked everywhere from selling cars, bartending, serving, doing mortgages. Uh, but I did know at that time I needed to go back to school. Unfortunately, into my second semester of going back to school, I suffered a back injury where I had to drop classes, take a incomplete on my courses, and inevitably be on academic probation for 2 years where I could not uh, go back to school even if I wanted to after my first back surgery. That delivered almost a devastating blow. Um, I During that time I was lucky enough to be able to join a corporate bank as a personal banker. I uh, I had everything to prove. I decided that the only way to be successful was to work harder than anybody else, especially in an unfamiliar field of banking. Within first year, I was promoted to assistant manager. I gained a pretty good reputation with my work ethic. I prided myself on being the first in, last out. Soon there, I was promoted to branch manager. That was close to my house. I worked even harder. Unfortunately, I got a little burnt out on that. I was branch manager before the age of 29, which I was very proud of. Uh, I built a staff, managed a staff, but at the end of the day, I really missed being an individual producer. Uh, so I set my sights going back into the business sector. Unfortunately, during that time, my mother had also passed away. Uh, I knew I wanted to go back into the small business sector of things, uh, and I started interviewing for positions within my bank, and I quickly realized that uh, my education was indeed holding me back. My hard work could only account for so much, and there were a lot of people that were, fresh out of college and had that degree. Uh, I was recruited by another corporate bank to be a small business lender. There's when they offered the chance for me to go back to school and have them pay for it. So I jumped at that opportunity. Started to go back to school again, did night classes. It was a transfer program where the community college worked with the university and said if you get to the point of transfer around the sophomore, junior time, then then the transfer program will allow you to finish under the 4 year university and still do part time online classes, things like that. Unfortunately, I had reached that timeline mark, and their program was not as advanced as they said. So, unfortunately, it didn't work with my work schedule, so I searched for other options. Also, in between that time, I had made the professional move to go to a smaller community bank where I could uh, help the community a little more than I could at the big corporate banks. Working with small businesses, the true mom and pop shops, the ones that really move the needle as far as a small community goes. Uh, I started researching new schools to go to, online schools, stumbled upon Herzing University, and all I can say is how excited I am to finish my college degree with Herzing, do the 8 week courses, do all year round, and be graduated by the time I'm 36. I turn 35 this May. Uh, one thing I've asked myself is when I get that degree, will I lose my chip on my shoulder? And the answer is no, because nothing will take away my experiences and everything that I've learned up to this point. And it all started with a commercial degree in graphic design. And now here I am, a vice president of a bank. So uh, it doesn't matter uh, when you finish the race, but it matters in the manner in which you do finish.